Ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Please stand by.
Yeah.
Testing in progress.
I turned it down.
Testing. Left speaker.
Get ready, people.
Left.
Testing.
We got a good one for you today.
Testing. Right speaker. Right. Testing.
younger, like-
Bass.
We gotta work on these. I gotta get more.
Reboot initiated.
DJ.
Located.
Take it back.
DJ
What's
who?
up, people?
And
We're coming
now-
to you live from New York in the basement.
Countdown has begun.
We got
Are you ready
New
to
York
welcome
Nick
the
behind me.
Yo,
As you can see, I got this
Get
New York
ready
Yankees
to
jersey on.
experience the ultimate
We're gonna be talking about
sound apocalypse.
lots of stuff today. We got my nieces coming down to make a cameo in the
Brace
beginning.
yourself
We got an Italian.
for the musical
I don't.
mayhem.
For the
We got a
musical
Mafia
mayhem.
expert coming through later for an interview. It's going to play at the end of this stream. You won't be able to see it in the stream. I know I said it's a live taping of Jeff FM, but you don't get to see that part because we're recording that. It's going to have to be slightly edited.
Please
Nice hair, bro.
welcome
Thank you. Back having nice hair again.
Please welcome.
Life's good. How long is this goddamn intro, man?
I was
So young to like. All right. I'm not doing the intro. The intro is going to come later for the interview segment of the show. Look, we're going to mix in some really interesting, cool people that do a bit of a different interview style, sort of like how we used to do in the past. Just hang out. Wait till the end. We're going to rage bait this mob boss. He's an Amazon best-selling author, but that doesn't matter. That's not why you guys are watching this show. We're going to get into mob story. No, we're not going to do that.
We're gonna be with a rat.
We're going to rat out a bunch of people. We're just going to, I don't
What up,
fucking
Jim?
know. I'm kind of burnt out mentally. Huh? You just noticed that? My brain just gave up for the day. I've done too much
Shut
already.
down.
I've been cycling everywhere. I got another hobby, people. Maybe it's my ADHD. I don't know why I get obsessed with stuff for a month and then I'm over it onto the next. Maybe it's the algorithm. Maybe it's the world we live in. Maybe
Algorithms.
I'm no longer living for myself. Maybe I don't like cycling. Instagram is just telling me, yo, you like this stuff now. We're going to feed you it like we did with High Rocks and made you think you were gay. Remember that? We're going to do that again now with cycling. And now I'm obsessed with cycling. When am I going to find a woman? I need a woman to find me is what I need.
Exactly.
But I'm just waiting on that. Doing nice hobbies in the meantime. Just living life, talking to real people. Making new hobbies, riding around the Big Apple with my little French cigarette producer here.
Yo, we went fucking nuts yesterday on the bikes.
It's honestly a great, healthy hobby. And there's no better feeling than just, the wind hitting you, going no hands and just cruising. It's a little bit of danger, but you're in control.
Going,
Like I know I was obsessed with running for a little bit. Not anymore. Don't care. You'll never hear me talk about it again. It'll be a little cycling talk for the rest of this episode, and probably we'll wrap that up too. But let me talk about what just threw me off before I started this episode. I opened up my laptop to get the ads, and it started autoplaying a podcast episode that I did maybe like 6 months ago, and I got right back from Mexico, and it was terrible. I was just complaining the whole time, and I put it on. I don't know if you guys deal with this stuff. Well, you guys probably do deal with it more than somebody in my line of work. But when you hear yourself talk like that, I don't like to hear that shit either. And I know I talk all the time, but trust me, you get sick of yourself too. And you guys probably all think I'm a narcissist, and I love hearing myself talk, but that's actually the furthest thing from the truth. I'm actually sick of hearing myself, and especially in that time, the dark times. So that's why I like to start the shows now with a stupid little intro. So like if I hear that, I'm not embarrassed of my stupid acts because I know I'm just being an idiot.
You're gonna be embarrassed in like.
And then if it comes on and I'm just like, yeah, bring that one back from the top. I turned it down. I was so young to like and I hear burn, and then I'm just like, all right, I have time to skip it and turn it off. Like I turn that shit off. I can't listen to myself, man. Why did I choose to do this for a living?
Spamming sound bites IRL.
I need to start the show like that, otherwise I'm going to hate myself and I'm going to try to scuba slide myself. And that's where we were 6 months ago. So I'm just trying to keep the cortisol low. That's the priority. I know that's become like a buzzword or like a cringe term from all the fucking assholes, but it's true. It's true. You know, keep your cortisol low. Your cells will stay healthier. You know why hair turns gray? I watched a 2-hour podcast about it last night.
Fine.
Hair turns gray because you have cortisol stress proteins that damage your cells, puts them under a lot of stress, so they give up. They basically die. So a gray hair is basically like a dead hair, and they can now reverse that only in mice. They've only tested it in mice. But if you want,
mice are
if you want
gray
a
anyways.
test on me for that shit, sign me up, because I don't want to like. If you dye your hair, it's just painting it basically, and it wears off, and it just fries your hair, makes it all shitty. But there's new like peptides and injections and shit that they're gonna have that comes out that can actually reverse it, but only in some people. Like you got to be younger. You got to be so much younger.
though.
But this guy who, and the reason I believe him is because he's a scientist, but he has no gray hair. You know, like right off the bat, if somebody's telling you they can reverse gray hair and they have a few grays, they're like, you're a fucking liar. You're a scammer, and I don't care what you're selling me. But this guy, he did a study, and he had people all around the world send in hair. If they have gray hairs, that they actually caught where a hair turned gray, and they can test the follicle of the hair.
Bro, what?
So they could see, like, you know how they could drug test you and be like, yo, you smoked weed 6 months ago, because
Yeah.
that's where
From
the
hair.
6 months ago is. So if you want to not get failed drug tests, shave your head bald right now, bick your head. But that's just a good way to see that this is your history right here growing out of us. We have artifacts growing out of us. Now, there was a rare case where a woman sent in her hair and it was gray and then went black. So they found out where it turned gray, but then it went back. So it turned gray, but then reversed back to color.
What?
And they brought that woman in. They did a bunch of studies on her, and they found out, like, they had her make like a calendar of the most stressful points in the year. And she told them, like, around this time in August, around the summer, I broke up with my boyfriend, and I was the most stressed out ever. And then we got back together in this month. It came out exactly. That's when her hair returned back into color.
That's crazy.
So, look, if you're young enough, you can be grateful that they have this stuff. If you're too old, you just missed the boat and you're fucked. You're going to
missed the
die
yacht.
and you got gray hair. We'll talk to the mob expert. He's about 70 years old, 60 years old, but good guy, very interesting person. And we're going to dive into a lot of stuff with him. So make sure you stick around for the end of the episode. Not here on the stream. It'll be out tomorrow. Like I said, you guys are watching a live taping. But the fun part about this is anything can happen here.
This guy could show up right now and just kill us.
The guy could come back here and shoot Goose. Like, yo, you want to fucking try to punk me on your show? Bam!
Boom.
Shoots my dog in front of my mother, who loves that dog. And she'd be devastated. That can all happen.
Dennis would be hyped.
My dad would be so happy. Yeah.
He'd be like, thank God.
Yeah, he's pissed off right now because he got a flat tire out on his ride earlier. I went and picked him up. Felt like it's the least I can do, you know? All the times he changed my tubes and my flat tires. They changed my diapers, you know?
Yeah.
Least I could do is go drive and pick him up. Nick was like, he's got legs, let him walk. I was like, bro, that's messed up, dude. You got to respect your elders. Your mind goes to a dark place so fast. What are we talking about, little do this Bieber? What's it? I read that wrong.
I'll do this
Dyslexia.
later.
I'll do this later. That's what. That's a cool name.
Where did he get Bieber from?
I don't know. I thought it said
I'll
Beaver.
do this Bieber.
I can't read.
Guys, I was kidding. Stone Labo.
But all right, let's hit an ad real quick so the sponsors are happy. All right, today's episode is sponsored by Cash App. I love Cash App because I love sending people money and I love receiving money from people. If you like that stuff, then you do that. Download Cash App because you're going to love it. If you weren't already up to speed, Cash App is way more than just a safe way to send and receive money. With the Cash App card, you unlock a ton of perks without all the hidden fees. Enjoy benefits like exclusive early access to nationwide concert, pre-sales, Kendrick Lamar and Sabrina Carpenter. What? Sabrina Carpenter's in this chat right now. That's crazy. You get free tickets to your own show. Add your card to your digital wallet to make your money move easier. Yeah. Cash App can do way more than you think to make money work for you. If you direct deposit at least $300 in paychecks each month, that's easy. That's doable. and use the Cash App card for purchases, you can earn interest on your savings. No hidden fees, no minimum balance required. Don't let your money sit around and gather dust. Make it work for you. Take advantage of internet savings on Cash App today, or spend that money. You can't take it with you when you're gone, so just spend it. New Cash App customers can earn $10 if they use code CashApp10 in their profile at sign up and send $5 to a friend within 14 days. Easy. Done. Cash App is not a financial services platform, not a bank. Banking services provided by Cash App's bank partners. But I don't think I need to read these fine print things over here, you know? We'll put a screenshot of it real small down there. Oscar, do that. I'm feeling kind of Chinese today. What about you?
Yeah.
I don't feel as Chinese as I usually do today, but
I want to.
I wish I was Chinese because my whole algorithm. Let's check the algorithm check. Let's see a podcaster or a streamer do this. This is a ballsy move.
Just don't scroll.
Algorithm check. Go to. What? Look at my algorithm. Algorithm is all cycling and Sopranos. Look at that. Oh, that's cool. Damn, he's got like a night mask on riding around New York City. I'm going to like that once I go back and watch it later. But you guys don't know how cool it is to just ride a bike as fast as you can through cars in New York City.
So fun.
What was I just going to do? And half naked girls? That I don't know why I get sent those. I think it's because I talk about wanting to start a family soon. So just sending me those. But I don't ever go after girls in DMs. I needed to be DM'd by them. I need them to reach out to me. You know, I put everything out there on the internet. I talk about my feelings. I come on here and talk freely with just no filter in my brain. You know who I am. You know who you're getting here. Just hit me up.
But do you think...
All right, where's this mob guy now? Because he's going to watch this and be like, what show did I agree to go on? This guy's just begging for a woman to message him. I guess that's what he's doing on the show, too.
But do you think that when you meet a girl, are you going to be like, oh, my God, this is my wife? Or is it going to take a little bit? You know
No,
what I mean?
I'll know right away. I've already experienced everything in life. I've already lived so many different lives. You know? I can't even remember all the lives I lived. But I've done so many different things. I just scrolled down my Instagram and I was like, I was into this shit at this time. But that's good. I guess for somebody in my line of work, you should be interested in normal people, just interested in the psychology of the brain, why people do certain things. Why does hair turn gray? You know? Why are Chinese people better at everything that we are interested in? I would love to be a break dancer. I would love to be good at cycling. I want to do wheelies. That's all I care about. Muscle ups, you know?
And
There's always an Asian better than you. Why? You know, this is what life is about. I need to figure these things out and share them with you guys. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you like my ADHD brain. It's a blessing and a curse, you know? It's like a superpower if you just keep getting new hobbies and get great at them like I do with my brain, you know? And then you know everything about everything to talk about on podcasts. Tell the girls to come down here. I want to talk about accents, because it's a lost gem. The New York accent is fading away, and where we are in danger of losing something that, you know, we didn't even realize how much we appreciated it. And these little girls, they're not like the other ones, the city girls, the Nepo babies. These girls, the way they say words, water, it's just funny. It's like kind of, it's nice to hear. You know, and coming from little kids, it's even funnier because they like really don't know how to pronounce words yet, and it's like even more intense. Okay, Goose Man, what's up,
yeah.
Goose Man? Oh, Haley, what's up?
I don't like you with those glasses on.
Okay, I don't care. I'm not wearing these glasses for your approval. Whoa, bully!
Why'd she just come down here on
I don't like
violent?
those goggles on your head.
Oh, my God.
My lungs are like the streets, the New York streets, you know? I don't like you coming down here with a bathing suit on. What did I tell you? Put clothes on before you come on here on screen with all these perverts on the internet. There's all weirdos out here. Put a towel over and come back in. And then you show like that? Come on. You don't know what these weirdos are going to do.
True. Oh.
We got the big ones here,
Lorelai.
Lorelai. Lore. Lorelai. Yep, mic etiquette. Nice
Hi,
job.
y'all.
Nice job. You tuned into our stream the other day while I was riding around New York City on my bicycle, and you tuned in right at the point when there was an Indian cab driver that nearly killed me, and we were doing an impression of his curse words, and you heard some curse words in that stream. Now, I would apologize, but you're not supposed to be watching the stream because they're for adults. See these people in here? They're adults. This is adult content. I don't like that term, but that's what it is. It's not for kids. It's not for this little brain to hear the words I say on here. Now, this version is okay. So we can talk because we're not going to use that foul language. But sometimes your Uncle Jeff is an adult and I go out and I do adult stuff. I apologize. You had to hear that. But it's your own fault. Right, Haley? Lorelai spends too much time on her iPad.
You shouldn't be cussing. That's the thing.
I'm not now, and that's all that matters. I learned my lesson. You got bit by a mosquito right in your cheek yesterday.
Wait, she did?
Yeah.
Wait, where?
What is all this stuff? Does that my fingerprints go on your head like that? What the hell is? What's? Oh, that's the goggles. Are you okay, bro?
What is?
Are you good, bro?
Haley got sunburned.
No, I think
wow.
she just gets her face all beat up. She runs into stuff. What did I say? Put on a towel. Come on. Cover up. Come on. Go. Enough.
Haley.
All right, real quick. Today's episode sponsored by Nubs. These are child-proof packages. They cannot be opened by children. Try to open these. Do not ingest them, whatever you do.
They actually can be opened. I did it.
Haley,
one
let's
time.
do a race. Now, none of you guys speak, but try to open those. They should be child-proof, and you should not be able to get them open. While that goes on, I will address the chat. Haley, try to get on camera here while you're doing that, just so the viewers could see. Can you open it? Yes or no? Yes? It's impossible. No, you can't.
If any child watching this, feel this.
No, don't tell the children how to do it. That's not the point of this. It's to prove a point. They are child-proof technology that will keep your children safe. I'm actually getting a little nervous now. Give me this one back. Actually, no, I don't care because it's the lock on it that you can't open. Yep. So things are good. Money's rolling in. Deals coming in. Twitch reaching out. Kick reaching out. We want you to be a streamer over here for us. We're trying to buy you out. Guess what? I'm taking my talents to. What did LeBron James say when he signed to the team? Yeah, right. You were like 40 years old when that happened. Four. I just can't talk because all the mileage I've been putting on the street. My lungs have pollution in them. But it's okay. All right, so look, point proved. They cannot be opened. And look, as you can see, no, don't. I told you, do not do that. Okay, it's okay. Point proven.
But Haley, you got sunburned bad.
I don't.
Yes, you did.
All right, Haley, can you do me a favor?
Does it burn?
My hair's looking slightly dried out right now. Could you give me a hair oil and apply some to my hair so it's nice and healthy, flowing looking for the interview that we're going to have after?
We're having an interview?
Yes. You missed the beginning of the show. But other than that situation, cursing out the Indian cab driver and the Indian stream we did, if you guys missed that, tune in on Twitch.
I can't reach you.
Just try to put it on your hand, put it in the hand first, and then apply it. You don't want to glob it in there like that, but it's okay. It's okay. Look, glob.
No.
My hair is so messy. Oh my gosh.
I put it in the beard and everything, even in the eyebrows too. The hair oil, because it helps with dandruff too. It's just healthy, and it's got rosemary oil in it too, so it promotes hair growth. Just so you guys know out there, if you're looking for a nice healthy hair product, you want to keep that a little, like maybe 6 to 8 inches away from the 6 to 7 inches away from the head.
6, 7.
Nice. All right, thank you, Haley.
Okay.
Great job. Now we're ready to join the mob. We're ready to join the mob. Nice. We're ready to rat out everybody in the Mafia. Let's get this show going. It really goes nice. Like all those hair product companies that sell you beard oil and extra stuff, they're just scamming you. It's the same thing. They're just lying to you, manipulating you. I don't do that. Okay, that's going right down my back, my whole back. Just got a bunch of texture spray down it. Perfect. Oh yeah, I'm getting a haircut tomorrow so I could get rid of all my drug history. So yeah, basically hair holds a bunch of DNA and stuff like that. Your DNA can be found in your hair. Yeah, that's it. Do you think I'm smart? Do you think I'm a smart person?
Yeah, he's pretty much.
Be honest.
Mid.
Mid?
This is how you do hairstyles.
Hey, let's stop putting
I need to
tape
wrap
on
this
his
up for
neck.
now.
Stop
I'm gonna do
putting
one more
that
ad and then we're
tape
gonna
on
get to the
his
interview
neck.
because this is chaos. This is gotta be unbearable to listen to. All these damn children around.
Put it on your neck. Oh wait, that's the elbow.
Lorelai, be British for the rest of the stream. Can you do a British accent? Okay, introduce yourself.
I can, babes.
It's pretty good. All right, guys.
Say goodbye.
Thank you. Thank you. Totally do. Totally do. All right, guys. Are you looking to start your own business but don't think you have what it takes? You don't have the infrastructure. You never did it before. I'm not a businessman. What am I going to do? Well, thanks to Shopify, they make it super easy so guys like this can figure out how to run a whole business by themselves. Look at this, Jeff's Barbershop. Look at how good that product is. Thanks to Shopify, I was able to figure out how to make websites. Turns out you don't need a real job. Build your business with a free trial at shopify.com/GFFM. Be your own boss. No dress code, no commute, no Steve from accounting. Free trial at shopify.com/GFFM. Start your free trial at shopify.com/GFFM. That's shopify.com/GFFM. Thank you, Shopify, for sponsoring this episode. Now let's get back on with it. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. I know it's a short stream, but we gotta do the main job, and that is right now the podcast until I take that deal with Kick. And we start printing fucking cash over here. We start fucking get our own fucking nubs company. You know how those old ACs are, you know? Now everybody's got central air. Not us. We're old school over here. All right, thank you. All right, so today on the show, we have Nicholas Christopher. He's a mob expert, self-proclaimed. I asked him what he would like to be announced as. That's what he said. He's also a best-selling author on Amazon. He's the real deal, not one of these little internet schmucks. So if you guys got any hate comments to leave on him, he's got a bullet waiting with your name on it, all right? So watch it down in the comment sections. Have respect. This guy's a little older than us. Respect your elders. Our audience demographic is around 25 to 40. It does go over that, but I just say that the majority of the people we're talking to are around that age. So just, keep that in mind.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Cool. So mob expert, what exactly does that entail?
It's pretty much knowing about that life.
First of all, Nick, my hair was extremely fucked up through that whole part, and you didn't tell me anything. Nick, at any time, if my hair gets messed up through this episode, can you tell me? All right. Your job's on the line. Don't forget.
Yeah, it looks fine.
Thank you. I own a hair product company, and it's a big part of my brand. So if I'm gonna go no hat on an episode, I want to make sure we're good. It affects my confidence.
I'm jealous. I wish I had some of that right now.
Are you working with? Do you mind showing the audience the hair? Because I can help if there is.
Hair?
Yeah.
There's not much to show.
Hey, you know what? In this day and age, you got hair up there. You got good style. You dress phenomenal. You got a great voice. And you're a best-selling author. So what do I know? But when it comes to hair,
You know enough.
when it comes to hair, I got a bunch of products I'm going to set you up with, and you have your book
appreciate it.
here that we'll get into. So you're an author, but you're not just any old author, right? I'd say like most writers come from a different background.
I always loved writing when I was a kid, but I got inspired to write when I was in junior high school. I joined a gang when I was 13 years old
Okay.
because I was bullied prior to that. When I was in elementary school, I was getting beat up every day.
Bullied by now, are you Italian?
I'm Greek.
Okay.
Very similar to Italian, not much difference, really.
Yeah.
It's kind of the same.
So was that an issue with joining these gangs, or was it?
Well, see, I kind of, it was...
Did you ever lie and say you were Italian?
I'm sorry?
Did you ever lie and say you were Italian? Just when you were a
No,
kid?
it wasn't that. It was, they were just beating me up every day, because I was timid. I was a quiet kid. But then when I got into junior high school, I met a guy. His name was John. I'm not going to say his full name. And he was the leader.
What did it start with?
I'm sorry?
What did it start with? Like maybe you say Johnny M or something like that.
Johnny P.
Johnny P.
John P. He was a Greek guy like me, but he was the leader of the gang of the school.
Mm-hmm.
And the only gang that was in the school, actually. And I befriended him. I saw it, hey, this is a good, in other words, backup for the guys who were picking on me in elementary school. I decided to pick on them myself on junior high school.
Mm-hmm.
But now I got backup. I'm part of a gang. And, of course, to be part of that gang, they were called the Bay Boys or the Bay Rats.
The Bay Rods?
Bay Rats.
Bay Rats.
Bay Rats or Bay Boys. Either
Now-
one.
Hold it right there.
Yeah.
Now that word is a big no-no in this business,
Oh, yeah.
in this world.
I know.
So to label yourself as a rat would be a no-no. Am I right?
It was really, the name Bay Rats was because of where they were from.
Mm-hmm.
They were from an area called Meadowmere Park, which is near Rockaway Park, borderline Queens, Brooklyn. And because it was by the water, and there's rats there
Rats,
sometimes,
yeah.
that's where they got it from. And when I decided to join these guys, I had to do something, obviously, to be initiated.
Mm-hmm.
So I decided to shoplift something, which was a
Okay.
funny story.
14 years old?
13.
Okay.
And I went to what we call nowadays, we call the CVS.
Yeah.
Back then it was called the 5 and 10. I'm going back many years because I'm 61. I'm going back, my God, 40, 50 years. And
What's this, mid-70s we're talking?
yeah.
We got Rolling Stones playing, listening to some classic rock, going
Pretty
to do
much.
some shoplifting. All right.
So I'm in the store. It's around the summertime. I said, what am I going to steal? I got to steal something. So I decided to figure, the guys would like this. So I stole the Penthouse magazine.
Oh,
Stuffed
nice.
Stuffed it down my pants. And I'm walking out the store. And then the cop, security guy, stops me. He goes, where you going? So I'm going home. He says, no, you're not. He said, yeah, I am. He says, lift your shirt up. I said, well, why? Why do I got to lift my shirt up?
Fuck you,
He says-
officer.
Well, back then we had respect for cops.
Gotcha.
We didn't talk like that.
Uh-huh.
You know, whatever they said, we did. So at that point, I said, okay. So I lifted my shirt up. He says, pulls the magazine and goes, how'd this get here? Oh, I don't know how to get. I have no idea. He says, listen, I want your phone number. I want your address. I want your father's name.
Yeah.
You can walk home now. I'm going to call your house.
Uh-huh.
I said, oh, shoot. I said, all right. So I gave him the information. I ran because it wasn't that far from where I live. So I booked home.
Yeah.
So I get home before my phone rings. So I got home, lucky enough, I had a phone in my room. The phone rings. I pick it up before anybody else did. I took a sock on the phone so it wouldn't disguise my voice. So the officer says, this is Officer so-and-so. Is Mr. M there? Yeah. This is Mr. M. How you doing?
Now you had a sock over your mouth to sound like
You
your
sound like
father.
my dad. So to this day, my father doesn't even know this happened. And
He's gonna know now. Oh, so,
now he will.
washing down. Yeah.
But I told him all this, and the cop said, okay, whatever. I got your information. Make sure your son doesn't do this again. No, he won't. Click. So I got away with it. But I had
Oh,
proof.
so you didn't get pinched on
No, I
that
didn't
one.
get pinched on that. I got pinched.
I thought that phone call was going to ring and they're going to say, hey, you popped your cherry, first arrest. You're
Yeah, right.
good. You're initiated. You're in the gang.
Well, I got in. I
Did the
mean,
guys like
I got
that?
in because somebody found out that I got caught at the place there, and the guy's like, okay. So that's when I got in with the gang,
Nice.
and they were basically my protection. So when I got it, when I was in junior high, I picked fights with every single guy that picked on me when I was in elementary school.
Yeah.
I started fights with them.
Okay.
I got suspended like 5 times. So when I was in that school, I was in what they call the lower level.
So
English
now you're in
class.
now you're in the Bay Rats.
Right.
You made a name for yourself. You did what you had to do, and
Somewhat.
now you got some respect and you got backing.
Something like that. Yeah.
13 years old, Bay
13 years
Rats.
old.
Now, calling yourself a Bay Rat after getting bullied, and you're a writer, does this word offend you, or did you sort of take that back by calling yourself it? Because that's something that I'll do. People will be like, "Oh, you're an idiot. You're an idiot. You're so dumb. You just got looks or whatever," and then I just take those jokes back and I use them myself. So it's like you can't talk shit on me no more, you know? Or if everybody's like, "Your eye's fucked up," because I got a kind of fucked up eye a little bit right here. You see what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah. So they'll make fun of me, and now I just make the jokes, you know? So you take them back from the people, and then you can't get bullied no more because you show it doesn't affect you, you know? So that's what I did. Was that something you'd say you guys would do?
Well, that's kind of exactly what I kind of did. I mean, I took the negative, made it a positive, you know, and then when I was in the school, I was taking an English. I had to take English. That's what you had to do back then. So it was a book that we started reading called The Outsiders. by Yossi Hinton.
Oh, okay. I know that one.
And I identified with that character, Pony Boy. For some reason, I just felt
Pony
I
Boy,
identified
yeah,
with
yeah.
him. And because of his situation, as he was a writer like me, he was like an outcast and this and that. So I kind of connected with him, and that's what inspired me to start writing.
Yeah.
So I started writing back then when I was
The
13.
Greasers.
And then later on, as time passed, I just kept writing. It wasn't very good. I got better as the years came, but I didn't start writing really professionally. Maybe in the past, 10 years, I started writing. That's when I started writing my books and being a little more professional.
You ever did time?
No, I got pinched when I was 21 for assault. And that was kind of a turning point for me because after I got pinched and I was in the station, in the cell, there was another guy next to me. There's a black guy. And he knocked on my bars and he's like, "Hey, kid." I'm like, "Yeah, what's up?" The guy was older than me. And I said, "What's up?" He says, "Look around you. You like where you are?" I said, "What do you mean?" He said, "Look where you are. You're in a 2x4, freaking 3x6 cell.
Uh-huh.
You like where you are?" I'm like, "Oh, no, I'll be honest, not really. I'd rather be out." He says, "Well, think about what you did and don't repeat it. Don't be
Yeah.
like me." After he said that, that kind of made me think. Is this the life I want to be? I want to be a tough guy. Do I want to get in trouble all the time? Is that what I really want? So it kind of changed my life a bit, And then when the death sergeant...
But back to the time in the joint, when you were in there, how did you fare in there? Was it like in the movies where the guys are cutting up the garlic so thin it's melting the pan?
No, I wasn't there that long enough, thank God. It was very short, like a weekend. I wasn't there for a long time until my father came to bail me out.
Okay.
Which was a funny story too, because the death sergeant came and he knocked on my cell.
Was he
He says,
pissed
"Hey,
off or was he happy? Was he proud of you?
you kidding me?" He wanted to break me in two. When I got out, when the death sergeant came and told me you got to leave, and I said, "You made bail." I said, "Made bail? Who paid for it?" He said, "Your father." I said, "You know what? I'm fine where I am. I don't want to leave." He's like, "What do you mean?" I said, "You take a look at my father. He's a 6'1", pissed off Greek. Would you go home with him?" And he goes, "Well, you got to leave."
Yeah.
So obviously I left, and my dad wasn't the one who kicked my ass. My mother did.
Oh, okay. You would have rather stayed in there
I would
than go home and face your mother. Be honest. What are your thoughts on Mondani?
What do I think about him?
Yeah.
I can't stand him.
Can't stand him. Why?
Piece of garbage.
Piece of garbage. Why?
He's no good for New York.
No good. What's if you could change one thing about Mondani, what would it be?
Everything.
Okay. Where do we start? What's like your main disagreement with his
I don't like any of his policies. I think he's destroying New York. He's not going to make it any better.
Celebrating 9/11.
He's scaring people, the rich people away that support. We need their money to stay in New York. It's business. I mean, the business I'm in now with my brother, we do mortgage financing.
Is that right that he celebrated 9/11 or his father or something?
That's sickening. I mean, these people died.
Where were you on 9/11?
I was actually at work, and I was in my brother's. I was in the office.
Do you remember it? It sounds
I
like
remember.
you don't
Of course
remember
I do.
it.
I never forget it because everybody in the office was screaming.
Yeah.
I was like,
what
"What's
they say.
everybody screaming about?" So I walked out. I'm like, "What's going on?" Then they showed me the TV. I said, "My God, this is terrible."
Yeah.
It was very sad. You can't. How would you? I mean, I don't know.
Who was behind it? Do you think it was the government?
I don't.
Do you think it was Illuminati or do you think it was Osama?
It could be a lot of different things. I mean, I don't really know. I don't get. To me, politics is a unfortunate evil, in my opinion. Nothing. Some of it is good. Some of it is bad. Every politician to me is a liar. They're worse than wise. The wise guys, I trust them quicker.
I agree. Yeah, they say Trump's like a gangster. He's like a mobster.
Well, because wise guys
Sounds like one.
In my experience, wise guys, when they say something, they do it. It's honest, it's weird, but they're honest about what they're going to do.
Yeah.
I'm going to break your legs. They're going to do that.
Word. Yeah.
I'm going to give you money. They're going to do that. And the reason why I say that is because this guy Nicky used to
People
come.
don't do that anymore. It's not the same. People say they're going to break their legs. They don't break anybody's legs.
Well, not anymore because it brings up it's too much attention. That's
They
another
got flock
story.
cameras.
That's
all over
another
the place
story
now.
in
You
itself.
can't break legs no more. You can't gamble. You can't have sports books. You can't sell weed. You'd be caught on a flock camera. You hit somebody with a bat now.
Yeah, it's a whole
I miss
different.
the old days.
Yeah, whole different ball game. But
Kids, they don't know nowadays. They're all talking about looks maxing, clavicular. Are you familiar with the manosphere, the looks maxing community?
no,
No? Manosphere, like Alpha Male Universe, Tate Brothers.
Oh, the Tate Brothers. Yeah, I know about them.
Bone Smashing. No, not ringing. You know the Tate Brothers?
The Tate Brothers, I hadn't heard of them. Yes. I
Yeah,
don't know
they're
too
all
much
over
about
the
them.
place. They're all over the internet.
Yeah, I know. I've seen their face everywhere.
What do
Yeah.
you think of them?
They just got
Fake
pinched
tough
recently.
guys, fake.
They just got in trouble
gangsters?
recently, didn't they?
Phonies, you think? Are they legit? Would you say? Or
I'm not sure, to be honest with you.
now
It's a different
let's
world.
Because I got a feeling you're on the other side of this now. When I was looking at this as mob expert, I was like, I was expecting burying bodies down under the Bayonne Bridge or something like that. But I appreciate this version of you more, and that's what this show is going to be. I'm interviewing people that I don't know, interesting people from different walks of life. So this is the version. I'm happier to know that you're doing the right thing now. It sounds like your morals have changed throughout life, and that's what life's all about, right?
Mm-hmm.
Learning how to live it. Let's talk movies. Give me a movie.
Okay. Movie I could tell you about is Donnie Brasco.
Donnie Brasco. Okay.
Okay.
Johnny Depp, Al Pacino. I'm not too familiar with that one.
Oh, you got to see
I
it.
didn't like the whole that was when I was like, oh, you can be a rat, and I was like, stupid. No, but go on. Never mind.
No, it's all good. Most mob movies that are
They
made,
all end that way.
like Donnie
Yeah.
Brasco and Goodfellas, was inaccurate. I can shed them to pieces.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What about
I could tell you the real truth, but nevertheless, the movie Donnie Brasco, the actor James Russo plays a guy that I knew personally. His name is John Booby Sosani, and the funny story with
John
him.
Booby
John
Sosani?
Booby was his nickname.
Booby Sasani.
Yeah, John Booby Sosani. The guy who played him was James Russo in Donnie Brasco.
Okay.
And the funny story with him is we went to Atlantic City once. Now, John drove, this is way after the Donnie Brasco movie, many years later. And he used to come into my dad's cafe all the time. So one time I went with him to Atlantic City. And he used to drive a white Lexus.
Let me just say, Atlantic City's like Vegas, but for over here on the East Coast, it's like a small version of it. A
Yeah.
little grimier, but just for the people that don't know, because we have people all over the world.
Yeah,
People in
if you go
China
for gambling
listening,
and
what the
stuff
hell's
like that.
Atlantic City.
So I'm driving up there with him, and we're at a blackjack table, and he's playing. And he's kind of winning. So he turns around to me, and he says to me, "Hey, Greek, you got $5,000? I didn't have $5,000 with me. I said, "No, John, I don't got $5,000. What are you talking about? Lend me whatever you have." I had $2,000. I said, "Okay." I gave him $2,000. I'm thinking in my head, he's going to pay me back, right?
Yeah.
So he plays and he wins. He wins like, I don't know, $20,000. So we had our own room and everything.
Did he break you off with anything?
I'm sorry?
Did he break you off with anything? 2 G's, maybe throw you 4?
That's the thing. After we leave Atlantic City, we're driving back home to Long Island. So I look at him, I go, "John, what about he's looking at me, what? What's the matter? What? You didn't get laid? What is it? You know what I'm talking about. When you played B&J, meaning blackjack.
Yeah.
He goes, "What about it?" "My cut." He looks at me, "Consider it a donation." I'm like, "Donation?" So he screwed me. He borrowed $2,000, never even gave it back to me.
Yeah.
So
The real guy from when they made Donnie Brasco.
well, he was the real.
Donnie Boobies.
He was with Sonny Black and all those guys from the.
So he
from-
still owes you $2,000. This guy,
He never gave it back to me.
essentially, is he still alive?
Basically, no. John passed away many years ago with cancer. He
sorry to hear that,
survived
but-
by his daughter.
So that
but-
we got to go talk to somebody with the money went somewhere.
Yeah, well,
Let him have it.
I ain't gonna get
R.I.P.
it back.
Johnny Boobies, R.I.P. Funny guy though. I have friends that would do stuff like that. It's some people you could just laugh that off. It's weird. Some people I have a friend Cody like that, where he'll just be like, "Yeah, I spent that $5,000. My bad," and I'll just laugh for some reason.
Well, I look at it this way. I stayed in a nice suite in Atlantic City. I met a couple of women. We had a good time. Walking around with him, you get treated better.
Yeah.
So I figured he's probably thinking in his head, "You already made your $2,000 back. What are you complaining
I see.
about?"
So he was like, that's like walking around with like Logan Paul back then or something, or somebody else for that analogy. We'll put it in the edit. Okay, so you were the big shot, the real guy, Johnny Boobies. All right, so charges to the game. You paid for the experience, part of the game.
That's kind of thinking the way he looked at it. I didn't look at it like that, but that's the way he looked at it.
Yeah. But if he won $20,000,
I know.
take
What's
you back
$2,000? I
something.
mean, really.
You should have just played yourself at that point.
I should have, but I
not much of a gambler. You had that epiphany at a young age, which is a good thing.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Any other anything else? Any stories you could give us? Something that you experienced in real life? Maybe if you have something that maybe regret or you learned a life lesson from?
Well, I think getting arrested and getting pinched like a spectator, that was a life-changing thing right there to begin with.
Yeah.
That alone was life-changing. That's why I tell a lot of people, try to stay on the right, straight and narrow. Try not to get into trouble. It's not worth it. Sitting in a cell is not beautiful, let alone prison time. It's just not worth it.
So you're 61 years old. You lived a long time, a lot of lives, some people would say.
I guess so. Thank God I'm still.
Is there anything you wish?
Thank God I'm still here.
Yeah, you'll be around. You're a good, healthy guy, sharp mind in there. Is there anything you wish you'd done differently?
There's a lot of things I wish I could have done different. I wish I could have, done better with my marriage life. I wish I could have done better with my saving money, work,
So
making
making
the right decisions.
into that Goomba was one of the main regrets.
I made a lot of dumb decisions, but
Yeah.
you learn. That's life. You got to learn from it, and then just move on.
Yeah,
That's all. Nothing more you can do.
it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
I feel like we got a lot in common, you and I.
Except you got more hair than I do.
Feel about that. Is a good thing or not? But it's a good thing.
Yeah.
What would you say is important in a man to have morals? Like, if you could pass this information on, what are some of the most important things morally?
Well, what I teach my son. My son's 28.
Okay, your son's a young guy.
I'm sorry?
How old? How? So your son's 28.
Yeah.
How big is he?
You mean size-wise?
Yeah, about my size.
Yeah, he's a big guy. He's a 4th degree black belt in Taekwondo.
Oh, so he kick my ass.
He's a boxer.
Easily.
So yeah, he's a big guy. I mean,
Martial arts trained.
Yeah, he's martial arts trained. Yeah, but that's because of me. I got him involved in it. And now he lives in Tampa, and he goes to boxing. He takes boxing now too. I've always taught my son the right thing to do in life: treat people with respect. Don't curse a lot. Be a good man. Treat women with respect. That's the way you got to be. Only
Treat people
also
how you want to be
because
treated.
well, treat the way you want to be treated. Exactly. You want to be a jerk, you're going to be treated like a jerk.
Yeah, gonna be a tough guy.
I
Treat
taught
you
him
like a tough guy.
my son, thank God, never got into a fight in school, never had troubles. He was always a good kid. Thank God he was nothing like me. So, because I taught him, don't do what I did. He knows that I know wise guys. He knows that I grew up around these guys. But he doesn't take that type of life. He doesn't look at it as something glorious or anything, because it's not. So I believe what's the shame of today is that the masculine man is looked down upon for some stupid reason, which I think is pretty sad.
Yeah,
A man's got to be a man. God made a man and a woman specific way for a specific reason.
yeah,
Yeah.
So, see, this is something I grew up being a big fan of the mob movies, the whole story and everything. So looking at it, like the cool guys that are playing those characters are like the De Niro's and the, I guess, Henry Hill, like Ray Liotta playing him. But the real Henry Hill was a rat, drunk loser.
He's a piece of garbage.
He's glorified in the movie, but in real life, these guys are pieces of shit. So as I was a young kid, I was growing up like, oh, I'm going to do this shit because this is cool. And then I realized I wanted to be like the actors that were playing them,
Yeah.
Those actors have the right morals and respect and treat people.
Not De Niro.
Not all of them, I guess.
Ray Liotta, yes.
I guess I'm looking at this. I'm giving bad examples here, but you know what I'm trying to say? Like, as a creative, your message should be something different than these guys. Like, one time I saw Henry Hill on Howard Stern. He went in there and this is the real Henry Hill. Like,
I met Henry Hill.
Oh, you know the real Henry Hill? Or he's dead now, right?
He's dead now, yeah.
How did he die? They killed him?
No, he died of some natural causes. But
he was a real rat, though,
The guy
right?
was a screwball. The guy
Were you
was not a
friends with
good
him?
man. Not really, but
Would you shake his hand if he walked up to you?
Yeah, I've shaken. I've spent time with him. But,
Yeah?
there's
You
other
wouldn't say,
why.
don't touch my hand, you rat?
There's other why I don't like. I mean, I don't like him not for that so much. The word rat I don't even like, and not because of the gang I was in. The word rat is a very generic term, meaning in that world. I'm going to give you a really good example. My good friend Johnny A-Light. Johnny A-Light was John Gotti Jr.'s bodyguard.
Okay.
Me and John did a book together called Prison Rules. And John's a phenomenal guy. Now, John A-Light was in New York with the Gambino family. He heard that indictments were coming down, and he took off. He went to Europe. Then after he went to Europe, he ended up in South America and Brazil. And he was doing what he always does as a criminal. He got pinched in Brazil, ended up in the worst prison in the world, called Ayo Franco in Brazil. When he was in the prison,
That's worse than Rikers Island.
worse, a lot worse, a million times worse. Not even no comparison. Now he was an Albanian, so he wasn't a made guy. He was an associate, but a very top tier associate because he was the bodyguard for John Gotti Jr.
Yeah, I came up with a lot of Albanians.
He could have ratted anytime he felt like it. He could have whatever snitched.
Yeah,
But he didn't. He ended up in the worst prison you can imagine. But when he got extradited to the United States in Florida, the FBI said, listen, we got a stack of testimonies here of other guys ratting on you. You could do 100 years.
yeah.
What do you want to do? Now, if you were in his shoes, what the hell would you do? You're going to say, give me 100
200
years.
years.
Maybe.
That's what I'd say.
But as a guy who's not a made man,
yeah.
he doesn't have to do that. He didn't sign no omerta or whatever. So he could have done whatever he wanted. So
What would you have done?
I would have definitely taken the deal. Why would I be stupid enough? Guys that I hung out with, John Gotti Jr. testified against me. Why would I? Why I'm going to honor you when you? Why would I do that? That's stupid.
Yeah.
So unless you're in somebody else's shoes to live that life, don't call people around unless you lived it. You didn't live it, so you don't know.
Yeah. Now, I look at it like this. Tell me if you disagree. You got somebody that gets into a business with other guys. They all make an agreement together. We're going to do this to make money. It's against the law. If we get in trouble, we're going to have to risk our time. We lose our time of our life. We go to jail. Now, if you get in trouble for something stupid that you did, and now you're like, oh, you know what? I value my life or whatever. I'm more important than these other guys. Fuck them. Let them do the time, and I'll get out. Then I think that's like the worst kind of rat. Now, if you're like a snitch or tattletale, that type of like a tattletale is more like you're just doing it for no personal gain or whatever. You're just snitching on somebody. Just, oh, fuck them. Let's just talk about them or whatever. Share that private information about them. But if you come up with your guys like those Greeks that had your back when you're 13 years old, you had these guys backing you up, you guys had a brotherhood. And now just because, you made some mistakes, you're going to throw them under the bus for, just your own misfortune.
I understand
your own
what you're saying.
decisions you made. So I think me being raised the way I was with like that being the worst thing ever that you could be is a little ridiculous because it's a very, there's a lot of different situations, but if you make a pact with your boys to do some illegal shit, like now I do social media. So I'm kind of interested in all this stuff. So I just try to I don't know, it's just interesting to me. But, I did do a lot of stupid shit in my life, never was in a situation where they were like, actually I was one time, but it wasn't that serious. Most of my arrests were just from me being a complete idiot, like being on a dirt bike, wheeling it, running from the cops just because I was a dumbass, reckless kid, selling drugs, my own personal weed, trying to make money for myself. Like everything was always on me. So I was like, whatever, I chose to do this shit. Let me do it. Now, my responsibility is these people. So it's nice that we come on here and talk to them. You are 60 years old?
61, yeah.
61?
Yeah.
So you're not going to be around forever. Let's be honest. If you can leave us, the youth, the future of this world, with some life advice from your many years living in this rough life of yours, what would you tell us? Address the camera right there and just sort of.
What I would tell you, well,
could be about
save
anything.
your money. That's the first thing, because this world's going to shit. Hate to say it, unfortunately, unless things change. I would definitely respect my family. Take care of your family. As a man,
advice.
respect your woman. Treat her right. Love your children. Number
what about
one.
cheating? Is that okay if you have like a gumba? What is that called?
Gumad.
Gumad. Is that okay?
That's really up to you. But personally, that's what got me screwed up. That's what messed up That's what messed up my marriage. So I would never suggest it.
Well, you learn. You learn now.
I learned.
Would you do it again?
Would I get a gumad again?
Or would you get married again?
Yeah, I would.
Would you have a gumad again this time?
No.
Okay.
The woman I want to marry now, which I hope she eventually does, say okay. I don't know what. I would never cheat on her.
What can you break down gumad just so people know at home?
Well, simple. I mean, if you're married, then you have a girl on the side, a mistress. Some guys had. I mean.
This is accepted in the life. If you're a big shot, it's
Some of them, it's not all the guys
do
had
the wives.
issues.
Are they okay with it?
Most obviously they know what's going on. I mean,
'Cause
if
in
anybody
Sopranos,
watches
Carmela would
Sopranos,
get all pissed off. She threw the orange juice at him that one time. This got I like the one with the pulp, and she's like, yeah, that is the pulp. This says lots of pulp. I like it, and she throws the thing at him.
oh,
Remember that?
in Sopranos.
Sopranos, yeah.
Yeah, well, Camille, she knew what was going on. You know,
Who's the best
Carmela,
character in
excuse me,
Sopranos?
Carmela.
Let's see. A, Tony. B, Christopher. Or C, Tony Paulie Walnut. Sorry, I don't have anything written here. I'm just making that up.
Ah, Tony. James Gandolfini was the best. I had the pleasure of meeting a lot of those actors, and James was the nicest guy. God bless him. Rest in peace. He was a
You
good
got all
man.
the right answers today, man. But I mean, Christopher and Paulie Walnuts, they're also up there. You know, Tony was just so good that.
Christopher Moltisanti was good. Michael Paroli, rather. He was a great guy to hang out with. I hung out with him once during when they were shooting in Long Island. Really nice guy. I shared a cigar with him. He was pretty cool. Paulie Walnuts, Paul Sorico.
You had a cigar with Christopher
Yeah.
Moltisanti?
Yeah.
Wow.
They were shooting in Atlantic Beach, so I went over there, and me and him were standing outside just talking and having a cigar. It was really
Where's
cool.
my arc?
Yeah, he was a really nice guy. James Gandolfini was extremely friendly, really cool. I have a book of The Sopranos. Most of the cast signed it for me. The guy who played Artie Bucco was a really nice guy, John Ventimiglia.
You know, Christopher was kind of like, I mean, that'd be your character in it because he's a writer. He wanted to make movies. Remember when he started bringing Hollywood in? But then Tony was like, Christopher, you're not going to write no fucking movie on my life, you fucking rat. You know, remember that?
Yeah,
you know
of course I do,
about?
yeah.
You ever experienced anything like that? Can you relate to that? From you wanted to share stories about all your friends that were doing all this, you know, illegal stuff that could get them put away. Would you ever?
I never really wrote anything about people. This book, yeah.
Oh, this new one, the Mafia?
Well, this book, it's not new, but
we rat people out in this?
I don't rat people out, but the book is called Mafia Ties. It's about the Greek mob.
Yeah.
And how the Greek mob worldwide. And the New York section talks about guys I knew. The head of the Greek mob in Astoria, who I knew well. I know the whole family. He's in here. I mentioned his life, a bit of his life. Billy Catolo, whose father was Wild Bill Catolo from the Colombo family. I mentioned him in here. Andrew DiDonato, who was with the Gambino family. I mentioned him in here.
What'd you say about him?
Well, I interviewed them. They told me stories.
Oh, okay.
So I put their stories in here. So a lot of that is true. A lot of factual stuff in here. Guys from Chicago that I knew, I wrote in there. They're in there. So a lot of the stuff is very factual. This is a real true stories.
Authentic.
So mentioning what you just said about talking about other people, it's in there. But they know about it. They're aware. But the guys I grew up in school, I never wrote about them. You know, I used some of the stories in some of my fiction books. Yeah, I threw some of the.
Oh,
stuff
so you write fiction as well?
Both, yeah, both fiction and nonfiction. Yeah.
Do you think that is one of your strong suits? One of your skill sets is your research and attention to detail and authenticity when you're writing? The process of you actually getting real stories. Instead of do you think AI would be able to do what you do?
I hate AI. I don't use that. That's garbage.
What do you think we should do about it?
Throw it in the garbage. I don't like it at all.
But what's that going to do if you just throw it in the garbage? How
well,
can we stop
to me,
the
I
world?
don't like it because I think it takes away a lot of what naturally is done. What people you can't replicate talent.
Mm-hmm.
Whether you're an actor, whether you're a writer, whether you're a filmmaker, you cannot equate that to something digital, whatever, technical.
Yeah.
I don't think you can. I mean, it's okay to use it. It may be helpful in some ways, but what I wrote here, AI would never be able to repeat.
No.
Not even close. What you
let's see
do,
ChatGPT
AI cannot
do that
repeat.
shit. Yeah.
AI cannot repeat Jeff. Jeff is Jeff.
Uh-huh.
You're original. You're natural. You know, you cannot duplicate that. So it's okay to use it.
Mm-hmm.
But
let's see ChatGPT he sliced the fucking garlic so thin
Well,
it
that's the
melted
other
in
thing.
the pan. You know,
it's funny you talk about ChatGPT. My the girl that I want to marry, whatever. She loves that thing. She uses it like crazy because she's Latin, and sometimes there's a barrier, English language, Spanish
She's using it for
barrier.
translation.
Yeah, I could speak Spanish, but not that great, and she doesn't. Her English is limited, so she uses ChatGPT like crazy. sometimes it doesn't translate exactly what you really want to say.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes things get lost in translation.
Yeah.
That's why I hate that kind of thing, because some things can get misconstrued, misinterpreted. It happens. Even when I write to her on, let's say, WhatsApp, and I use a translation from the internet, sometimes it gets misconstrued. And she gets the wrong idea, and we have a fight.
Yeah.
That's why I hate
And then you
that.
got to ask ChatGPT how to fix that fight. How do we, now my
The only way to fix it is talk in person.
Yeah. So
That's the sad thing about today's world too. That another thing I would definitely tell people, as you mentioned earlier, talk to people. Stop depending on social media. You cannot express yourself without talking to somebody. Like you and I are talking right now. We understand each other.
Yeah.
When a guy and a girl have an argument, talk to each other. Don't depend on stupid social media to correct it for you, because they're not.
So out with AI. We don't want it. Keep it.
If it helps to save people and do something
Where
good,
do you see the future
fine.
movies 10 years from now? Be honest. What do you think's going to happen to gangster movies in 10 years? You think they're going to be able to make another Sopranos? You think
I think that whole genre is not
you
what
think
it is.
ChatGPT could crank out Sopranos?
No.
Never.
Nothing can do it.
So it's fucked. The
It's
world's fucked.
not just Sopranos.
You dedicated your whole life to this, and now it'll be gone in the future.
It might
That don't
be.
piss you off?
Yeah, I mean, look, it is what it is. You cannot stop technology.
Why not?
You
You're
could.
just going to let the world end? We're going to let all art just be obsolete, made by computers? Let's make a stand right now. If you guys are using ChatGPT and we find out, we're going to break your fucking legs. How about that? Smash up your phone with a hammer, too.
There you
Can't
go.
use it anymore.
There you go.
And we'll stop them one by one if we have to. We're going to put up a fight. The Mafia is coming after AI. There we go. I think that's a good way to wrap it up. Where can people reach you if they want to reach out to you for interviews, or maybe, where could they get the book? Go ahead.
They can, the best thing to do is email me, if I can say the email, nickchristopher50@gmail.com. If anybody's interested in signed copies of any of my 6 books. My first 5 books were all true crime related. My 6th book that I just came out about a week ago was totally different, called Poems for Lovers, which is totally different than what I normally would write about.
Yeah.
But there were actually poems I wrote to the woman I want to marry, that I love. I wrote poems. She told me, but it was about a year ago, and she says to me, "Stop writing about these these gangsters, these bad people. Do something better."
Yeah.
So I said, you know what? All the poems I wrote to you, because I used to send her poems every day.
Yeah.
So I compiled all the poems I wrote for her and put it into a book called Poems for Lovers.
Wow.
That came out about a week ago. So
And that's on Amazon as well?
That's on Amazon
Well,
as well.
maybe I should get that, because I have what they called no riz. That's what they say nowadays, the kids. So I could use some of those poems, some of those lines. Could you hit me with maybe one of your favorites? Or
I wish I could remember them.
Oh, you don't
Top of
remember?
my head.
Okay.
I don't remember the top of my
Well,
head.
I'll just fucking ask ChatGPT for some lines to text girls.
I guess so.
Because let's be honest, we're not stopping it. But evolve with the times. You're doing great. It was great to meet you.
The same here.
I'm excited. I could keep that book. I could
it's
read
yours.
that one.
Yep.
Do you mind signing it for me? I'll sign
Yeah.
all these hair products for you. I'll give you all these hair products. So you got a deodorant in there.
All right, thank you. Appreciate
some other
that.
stuff. We're getting into the finasteride minoxidil hair regrowth business. So we're going to all pharmaceuticals and
That's what I'm
everything like
taking.
that. Are you taking it?
I'm taking minoxidil,
Is it
finasteride.
working for you?
Honestly, it's been 5 months. I'm not very happy.
Has it affected your sex drive?
No, you kidding me? Not at
Doing
all.
better than ever?
Not at all. Bring them on, baby.
That's right. And I ain't admitting on
I'm
a
attracted
podcast
to-
if it is.
I'm attracted to my girl more than you can
Yeah.
imagine. I jump her any
Yeah.
minute, but
I just asked because it's one of the most common
it doesn't
side
bother me.
effects.
Thank God, no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
At 61, I'm still
keep
ready to
doing it.
move.
And stick around, man, because the world is coming out with all types of stuff. They're reversing graying hair. They can now inject yourself with a peptide, makes your hair turn black. You don't even have to dye it.
Really?
Yeah. That's the next episode, though. This one's all wrapped up. Thank you,
interesting.
Nick Christopher. Mafia, what's it? Mafia Tales? Mafia Ties out now on Amazon. Go get it. And like I said, show them some love down in the comments. Otherwise, we're going to come fucking break your fucking legs. All right. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Barber's chair and gave awesome cuts. Now he's a podcaster. His life, he'll talk about it with us. And now it's Jeff F.